So, Sophie, to start then, could you give me a little bit of an overview of your experience and background?
Of course, Alex. I'm a chemical engineer by education, and I've been working in the pharmaceutical industry for 23 years now. Always in the regulatory and CMC field. So I started to work at Laboratoire Galderma, and then and also on very small size companies like Preglem and Stragen. And in those companies, I always held some responsibilities along with regulatory and CMC, technical and regulatory, about writing the registration dossier from the chemistry side, so the CTD module 3, and also handling the life cycle of the product with writing variation dossier, pharmaceutical variations, and answering questions from authorities. And for 6 years now, almost 7, I run my own consultancy. And I'm keeping these activities of regulatory CMC writing, and I'm also a trainer with you, Alex, actually also on this field, on the regulatory environment in Europe, on the regulatory CMC.
Thank you, Sophie. So my next question then is, why do you like training? Why do you enjoy delivering training?
So yes, this is something I've always liked doing. Even when I was young, as a student, I already provided some courses to other students. So this is something I really like doing. And I've been a trainer for 10 years now. And yes, it's the possibility to pass on to others what you know, your knowledge is incredible. And also, I like very much the interactions that we can have with other people. When you are a trainer, you meet a lot of different people from a lot of different companies, and it's very fulfilling to be able to have all those exchanges with everyone.
Thank you, Sophie. So maybe you could share a little bit why is training important for regulatory professionals in pharmaceuticals and biotech?
Well, there is a regulatory requirement that all companies need to keep up to date with the latest technologies and apply them to their product. And so it's the same for the people. We need to keep up to date with the latest developments, latest state-of-the-art technologies, and latest regulatory requirements, specifically for regulatory people. The regulations, laws, guidelines are always evolving. It's a never-ending change, and so it's important to keep updated always in order to perform correctly in our job. This is a must, actually.
And Sophie, could you just maybe give a quick summary of the course that you currently deliver for Educo Life Sciences?
So I'm delivering the fundamentals of European Regulatory Affairs. So that will help you understanding the pharmaceutical legal framework that is currently applicable in Europe. And you have a good introduction of all the legislation and all the guidelines that are applicable for the development of a new medicine, for the non-clinical, clinical stage, but also for the registration procedures, how you prepare your dossier, how you submit it, and of course also all the regulatory environment about the post-approval activities and how you maintain your product and what are your pharmacovigilance activities. So it's really a good overview of all the European environment from, I would say, the early stages of development through registration and then the life cycle phase.
Thank you, Sophie. And then what other areas do you deliver training in and do you specialize in as well?
Well, I specialize in the regulatory CMC. So it's really about understanding the science between the chemistry, manufacturing, and control for a drug product. So it's about all the scientific requirements that you may have behind the development of a new molecule, behind the development of a new drug product, and also all the life cycle phase with how you manage the renewals, the variations, etc. And it is actually I provide trainings that are applicable to both the small molecules and the biotechnological products, because the science there, the requirements for the science are many are quite common, very common between the two, and there are some specificities, but on the basic knowledge is the same.